our supporters, our bigs, our impact circle, our donors that are with us today. You're in for a treat because we have a conversation today with an NBA Hall of Fame basketball player and chairman of Mutombo Coffee. He's the founder and chairman of the Dikembe Mutombo Foundation, which he created in 1997 to target projects in the healthcare and education sectors in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Biamba Marie Mutombo Hospital, named in memory of Mutombo's beloved mother, has treated more than 700,000 men, women, and children. In 2021, the Samuel Mutombo Institute of Science and Entrepreneurship opened and will educate 840 students from pre-K to grade 12, regardless of income, in the city of Mbuji-Mayi, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Mr. Mutombo is the NBA's global ambassador and serves on several boards, including the National Constitution Center, Opportunity International, the International Board for Special Olympics, and on the National Board for UNICEF USA. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the chairman and NBA Hall of Famer, Dikembe Mutombo.
That was a nice introduction, girl.
I mean, there's so much to say and to share about you, sir. And not only am I a fan, so this is a pleasure for me. And I want to thank, Bob Bush, the CEO over at your company, Mutombo Coffee, and a special shout out to Scott Shrebnick and the Wynwood Walls Foundation for making today possible. So thank you, sir, for just taking time out today. And
thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Let's take it back a little bit, Dikembe. Tell us where you grew up and how you got into basketball.
Oh, I grew up in Democratic Republic of Congo in the capital city of Kinshasa, city of more than 20 million people now. Basketball court was like 2 hours away. Walking, if I want to walk, it'll be a couple hours. That's just a bus ride because of the traffic. And I really didn't like basketball when I was young. I really hated it as a sport. I was a soccer fan. I played soccer all my life. Still love soccer until today. But basketball is something that was introduced me by my brother, who kind of pushed me through my senior year in high school. And begged my dad if they can allow me to go and play basketball, which I really didn't like that much. But today ended up being something that gave me a lot of success, made me to becoming who I am today.
Now, let's talk about Georgetown and your basketball journey. Now, did the late, great Coach John Thompson, is he the one that primarily recruited you? And when did he see you play?
That's a good question that everybody always would love to know. He never seen me play. He saw me playing on campus when I was a freshman because I came to Georgetown in academic scholarship. I really didn't come as an athlete. So I came to study medicine, which was something that I loved so much. Then during the orientation, he was told that there was this tall giant man walking around campus, that he was not on a basketball team. And the university asked me if I can join the basketball team, if I can meet with the school president, which I did. Then next time I knew, they took me to the athletic department to meet Coach Thompson. Charlie Smith, who was the great point guard, Mark Tillman, who was our shooting guard, Alonzo Mourning, as you know, who's your big brother there in Miami, has been in your long side. My roommate from college, play with Church World, rest in peace, David Edward, Sam Jefferson. Play with so many great guys who turn out to be great people in the society today who are doing very well. I'm very happy that I was surrounding myself with a great group of young men who did listen to our late coach, who did have a vision, who always taught us that no matter what we are doing in our life, the ball will stop bouncing one day, and we need to prepare to make sure that we are ready for the next life. Basketball will not be forever, and we need to be prepared to go get in the business. And that's why I'm doing all this kind of business today, including the Mutombo coffee.
What I appreciate about coaches like the late great John Thompson is not only having that towel over his shoulder, fussing at you all, but he was a true mentor
All the time.
all the time. And he was a true mentor, Dikembe. How important is mentoring on and off the court?
My late coach, he was not just a coach to me. He was a father figure. He was a great teacher. He was a great mentor. Someone you look up to, someone that you want to make sure that you succeed in life. He never looked at any one of his players that someone that will be failing the next day. And he was always telling us that, son, you gotta be ready when tomorrow comes. And that tomorrow will come, that the ball will not be there. You'll be surrounding with yourself with people when you're discussing about different issues that's facing our world. And we continue to miss him, but his presence it was so huge and it never left us. So everything we heard from him for more than 30 some plus years while I was around him, and it's still ringing on my ears every day. Talk about being on time, getting in practice, staying after everybody leaves, always have a business card, make sure people know who you are, not because you told that people have to continue to identify you as a basketball player. They got to know who is Dikembe Mutombo. That was something that our coach was making sure that people know us. He said, son, you don't want to know people just know you as a basketball player. Basketball player was a sport that you did. But there was all the things that you did in life that you want people to know you about. So I'm very pleased.
And as we talk business, as we talk sports, and certainly the late, great John Thompson is an example. But from an athletic standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, who else has pushed you to maybe beyond what you thought you were capable of?
I always thank my life, my special thanks to Patrick Ewing. You cannot find a better brother than Ewing. And he took Alonzo Mourning and I to his wings. And we were just young men who came to Georgetown a few years after he left already. He was in the NBA performing in his best. Someone who took the Georgetown University in the 3 championships. And he has so much respect. He was a big man. And we all was wondering that, okay, are we going to follow him or we not? Because if we don't think we're going to be able to get where it is. And he pushed us day and night. I'm so thankful. I thank God a lot, for surrounding with him. And Alonzo Mourning will tell you that because he took us in the gym and he said, only 3 of us, we're going to go to the battle every given day. And we went to the gym like more than 6 to 7 hours a day, 3 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon. And he said, if you want to succeed, you have to follow me. And we did.
So you are surrounded with mentorship. You think about John Thompson, the father figure, but now you got your big brother, Pat Ewing, that took you and Zoe under the wings. Did you push back at all, or you just said, okay, big bro, we got to do it?
Again, I tell you what, you could not push back because Coach Thompson was always sitting on the top there of the gym, watching us playing and practicing and battling each other, cursing each other. And he was like, hey, if you don't want to be here, get the heck out of my gym. And you know that you don't want to get out of that gym. You want to stay at the gym because you want to succeed. So there was a lot of respect was going on, and a lot of fears because the big man was there. The man himself, the head of the house was there. So you have to stay at the gym and you have to listen to Patrick.
I love that. And you think about basketball. And again, congratulations on being an NBA Hall of Famer. But what I love about you, Dikembe,
it was a great achievement. It was a very great achievement, and it doesn't get better than that. That's a dream that every child dream about. You want to play ball, but you always have to think yourself, how far do you want to go in the life with the game of basketball? Do you want to accomplish something with the game, or you want to play the game for fun? Because there's a people who go to the gym every day, play for game for fun, and there's those who want to accomplish something. Do you want to win something? Because not all of us will be fortunate enough to win the NBA Finals, to win the NBA championship. But there's something you want to win personally that you can walk away from the game saying, I did play this game, I did enjoy it, and I won something. And being in the Hall of Fame was one of the greatest accomplishments of all time. I think in everything I've done in my life so far.
And what's that talent level look like? Obviously, Greece gave us Giannis, but now what? And the Congo gave us you. What's that talent level look like coming out of Africa? Just give us a little teaser about the future.
You see, right now, Africa got more. When you look at the number of international players playing in the NBA right now, Africa you have more numbers of the players than any continent besides the United States. So that tells you that the future is a little bit bright. With us playing our second season of the NBA Africa League in the continent, I think more doors continue to open. The number of the academies continue to grow in the continent. We are opening another academy in Egypt. We have already a big academy in Senegal. There's another academy in South Africa. We'll be seeing more academy in Nigeria. So I can't tell you what in the next 3 or 5 years from now, how many players from the continent will be in the NBA. There will be more players being drafted this year in the top 10 being from the continent of Africa than any places. So that's already big joy. We saw that last year. There was a huge number of African players that was drafted. And this year, I think on the top 5, there will be maybe 2 or 3 African kids. So I'm very excited. When I came to the NBA in the 90s, it was just me, Hakeem Olajuwon, and our late brother Mutombo. There was only 3 players from the continent. Today, there's more than 1,000 African kids are playing in college level. And more are going to be joining the NBA. Even Steve Nash, don't forget, Steve Nash from Africa.
That's right.
He's from Cape Town. I think there's something got to do with the soccer skill in a young age, and that development of soccer skill can make you a great basketball player. They need more study need to be done on that, but the fact is that the result is there. There's nothing we can run away from the result because the result is there. You look at Joel Embiid, you look at all those great players now dominating the game. If you ask them, which sport did you play before, they go soccer. Soccer. My ability to block shot, maybe sometimes I give the credit not just for me playing a soccer. I was a goalie, It helped me with my vision to follow the ball, to follow the speed of the ball, to follow the player movement, to read the player position before he kicked the ball. So I think those are the things kind of helped me a little bit to become also a great defender.
With that, your global ambassadorship, your business savvy, your basketball acumen on the court, I mean, I can think of no one better to be that global ambassador, Dikembe. So thank you for continually just, again, bringing that talent, the richness of Africa to the States so that everybody can see these young people and the talent level that's there.
I just want to be a mentor to so many of our youth. It's very important. It's good to be a businessman, to play the game in the level that I play on. The question remains, Gale, is who are you passing the torch to when your career is over? Who are you passing the torch to? Who do you think will take your place? What do you think about the future of our society? Who do you want to see there playing the game the way you did and maybe much better than you did it? And that was one of the reasons why I'm trying to go to places like Big Brother and Big Sister, all are traveling to the continent of Africa, Southeast Asia, and Europe and South America, reach out to our young people and trying to lift them up. Because if we don't reach out to them, then our future will not be bright. It's very important for we as a people in general, no matter what kind of society, what kind of class we come from, to try to make sure that we have to take care of our youth. Our youth is very important, but you want to grow the game. Where that growth of the game will come from? It will come from our young people. Those are the ones that are going to pick up the game when they reach their productive life, and 21, 22, 23. But we have to go to the source, which is in the continent of Africa where they're growing up, build a couple of thousand basketball courts, and give them the facility where they can come and develop and learn the skill of the game and to becoming the next Dikembe Mutombo. You cannot say that I'm waiting for the next Dikembe Mutombo to come. The next Dikembe Mutombo is not going to fall from the sky. You got to go find them, and you have to teach them, and you have to lead them.
Mentorship works. And as you talked about it, from father figures like John Thompson, from big brothers like Pat Ewing, taking people under your wing, folks who take the time. So from the fields in the Congo to the streets of Miami, we are absolutely making it happen. So this is a perfect match.
It's a perfect match. Wherever we can go, reach out to our young people is very important. Not many young people today are growing up in a household where there's a father and mother. A lot of them are coming from a single family home. That don't mean they cannot have a chance and the privilege and be given the opportunity to play the game like some of us did play. And I want to thank you, Big Brother and Big Sister, for the work you guys do, especially in Florida and the city of Miami. I know Miami, the city is so big, with more people moving there every day now. So we need to do our best. We got to make sure that we pass that torch. Coach Thompson used to say that, son, the Olympic is not playing in the same city every 4 years. Every 4 years, that torch go to a different city. The question remains, who are you passing the torch to? Who are you passing your torch to? Which city you going to pass the torch? Which kids you think that you're going to pass the torch to? You don't have to pass the torch to your own kids, but you have to pass the torch to any young men or young women in the society that God gives to us. And that's very important.
You've been very generous with your time, and out of respect for your time, I want to ask you just one more question, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when you did this...
No, not today, not in my house.
Talk to us about, not only, was that the first time you did that in the NBA?
No, I did that late in my rookie year because I used to block so many shots. I was a trash talker. I'm not trying to deny that. I was a big trash talker. And I was happy with my skill and the gift of talent that God gave to me. So that's why I felt always that I can back it up by talking so much trash. But I didn't know what to tell people to give to them from stop coming to the basket. And some of the guys felt that I still going to get Dikembe Mutombo one day so I can have him on my poster card. So I wake up, I used to shake my head every time I blocked a shot. And I felt like the communication was not right with the opponent. I said, how about giving them the finger wave? No, not today, not in my house. They will get it. And I think they got it. But you know what's funny about it? I never been fined by the NBA for doing it.
You would get fined today, probably.
Years.
You'd get fined today, probably.
Today I will be fined. Today I would be fine. But when I was playing, nobody didn't find me. I think the NBA was like, oh, leave him alone.
But you gained the respect. Obviously, you played against some of the greats. When you think about Michael Jordan trying to take it to the hole on you and all that other stuff, they respected you as a result of that because you backed that hard work that you learned from your mentors, your big brothers
Yes,
and Coach Thompson. MJ and everybody else respected you, and you know that.
Yes. They knew that every time they would drive to the basket, something would happen. You know, Bill Russell, who told me just a couple of months before I got to the NBA, he told me, son, you're not going to have a chance to block all the shots, but you're going to have a chance to change so many shots. Just for you challenging anything that coming there. And your presence and your mindset will establish your territory. And I did it so well. You know, I was lucky as we continue to talk about Coach Thompson, who played alongside with Bill Russell in Boston. And when I was ready to go to the NBA, he said, son, I saw you play for me for 3 years, but you have a great chance to change this game the way the game is playing in the NBA. But I need this man to come talk to you. I was like, whose coach is bringing tomorrow? And I walked to the gym, who was there, Bill Russell, the legendary himself, the man who won 11 rings and 10 fingers, who was always praying God if he can have another finger to put his ring. And I got a chance to spend like a week with him. And I said, oh, are we going to talk to basketball here? And I really said, no. We're going to lunch, go to dinner, we're going to take a walk on the park, and that's how I'm going to teach you about basketball. I'm not going to teach you about basketball in the basketball court. I'm going to teach you outside on the street. I won't go get in your head. So we spent about 4 or 5 days taking a walk just around Washington, D.C., and talk about the approach of the game. I think it helped me, man.
That is
incredible.
Helped me.
And I always said that I would have not gone and dominated the game if I didn't get an additional help of mentorship. You know, Gale, you talk about mentorship here, about big brothers and big sisters. And we come back to the same subject, mentorship. You know, you have a great you have a great mentor who want to get another good mentor to mentor me. So it didn't get better than that.
Dikembe, I tell you what, I enjoyed this. Thank you for taking the time today. From one mama's boy to another, big shout out. Because in the game of life, everybody makes the team, but how you play is up to you. Thank you, brother. Take care.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me. It was a great pleasure.
Yes, sir. Take care, everybody. Thanks for being with us.